This is a video intended to help you during that first week of class when you're trying to settle in and get signed on to the accounts that you'll need. One service we use quite frequently is turnitin, and so I need to walk you through the steps of that to make sure you understand how to do it. I've given you a calendar, so look for that among the handouts that you've gotten. The calendar itself will have this information, and I'll make it nice and enlarged so that you can see it, and so there's no doubt that it's here. Okay, this is the stuff that you need. And it's to sign on to the home page for our class where you'll be turning in assignments and receiving feedback. You want to make sure that you find it. If you enter this information right here, the information about the link in any browser, or if you're able to click on it through a digital file, what it'll bring up this page. This is a page that's the very first entrance page to a service called Turnitin. It'll ask you to create a new student account. Here's the information that you need. It's actually found out on the calendar. You need the fact that it has a class ID, so we'll give our class ID here. And you can copy that or just enter the information in here. Okay. And then the enrollment password, which is also found on here. You can see it right down here. I'll highlight it. Don't panic. You can tell that a lot of people have asked questions about this, which is why I made a video about it. It's why I think that by reviewing the video you can figure this out. You can understand very quickly what's necessary. You enter in that enrollment password. There's no space between the words. That's the convention of how the password should look. Now let's enter the other information. Here we're at a section which you're used to for other websites where you're just entering in a couple of pieces of information so they have that on you. I'll put in email address. Okay. And then a password that you choose. This is not the same password that's up above. You can tell there's also big confusion about that. This is the class enrollment password down here. Is a password that you choose. It's yours. I never see it. And so it is uniquely your own. I'll just choose one here. And you repeat it. Okay. And ask you for a secret question. Ooh, my favorite song. Gonna have to be Dancing Queen, of course. Don't laugh. I'm just choosing something here so I can get going. The user agreement, of course, you can read through that. They're not making money off your paper. They're simply collecting it as a service for teachers, of course. It is a service where we can check in for repeated papers, also for giving feedback to students. I've explained why we're using it in class. Then you click you agree. If you agree, it tells me that I need to fix my errors. An unintentional move here. This does not appear to be a valid email address. On purpose, you try and just make sure that you're catching things. I'll get questions about Turnitin and signing on. Oftentimes, there's something that a student can fix, and so I'll just fix it myself, and here we go. You can see the clock is spinning up at the top, just like my eyeballs when I'm feeling a little dizzy. And there we are. And this acts as our class. Now, if you've signed on to Turnitin, of course, you can use your old sign-on, your old password. If you're new, I've just walked you through the steps for understanding how to sign on. Here's where we'll be. You click on the class itself. You see there are various things in the class that are helpful. Usually there are assignments listed right here. There's also a calendar, which I'll refer to in that first week of class that you can take a look at as well. But this is the first step. This is getting on to Turnitin. This is where I'll get a lot of questions about people having trouble or wondering which password is which. Remember, if you go back to what's said on the calendar I've handed out for class, it'll give you a class ID, a password. You have to come up with your own sign-on, your own password too. And that's what you plug in. All right, well, good luck. Should you have any questions, of course, make sure you contact me through the email.